Want to welcome into the Shepherd Home Health and Hospice Studios, Drew Terrell, who is a candidate for Weatherford City Commission. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, I appreciate you coming in and chatting. So you've decided to throw your name in the hat for the big elections that are coming up next month, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's two seats up for grabs on the city commission. I believe Kendon Wood is the incumbent.
Correct.
And I'm trying to remember if he was appointed or if he won a special election, because I think somebody else had that seat and moved.
I'm not aware.
I remember. Yeah. So it's been a little while, but well, Drew, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you where did you grow up and what brought you to Weatherford?
Sure. I grew up out in the Texas Panhandle, farm kid, and graduated high school. It was time to move off and find a college to go to, and picked Weatherford. Came down here, fell in love with the town. It's a good time, and made a lot of friends. Got into construction, and wanted to make it my home, and I've enjoyed it ever since. Got into building homes and whatnot, doing subdivisions, chasing the concrete world, and helping Weatherford grow.
It's such a neat story because you're not much different from me. I mean, I grew up in Cordell. You find yourself, going to SWOSU, and then you're like, hey, Weatherford's a pretty good town. It's amazing how many people have come from other places and have made Weatherford their home.
Yep. It's kind of a special place to me. I mean, it's you got everything you need in town. Your proximity to Oklahoma City, I-40, lots of travel. I mean, you can get anywhere quick. And
the nice thing that Weatherford continues to grow, and, other communities lack housing, but, man, Weatherford, there are plenty of homes, and there's more being built right now, right?
Yep. Everybody's always trying to find another spot to throw in a subdivision to add to the growth, We've got one going up on the south side of I-40. Talk about a couple on the north side of town. We've got Amazon coming in. That industrial park, is firing off. There'll be another one coming up before too long on that front.
Well, it's pretty amazing. And sales tax up again, as we just heard in the news. So that's another positive development. I think 11 out of the last 12 months. Sales tax has been up, and not just up a little bit, 8 to 10% growth. So it just shows you that the economy is really strong despite inflation and wars and everything else going on. We're still in a pretty good position here, but Weatherford still looking to grow. So kind of why did you decide to come up for city commission?
Well, I'm in Ward 1. That's a seat that's coming up. My background and career of doing construction and knowing what things cost and how to develop, and knowing how it has to be built and what can save the city money or what's costing the city money, avenues like that I think I could lend my expertise to.
Well, and that is pretty important because we have several construction projects either ongoing or getting ready to start. And if we do this TIF district, which we'll talk about in just a few minutes, that's another side. Of course, one of the big projects that the city has committed funds to is the new YMCA, or it's really a community center, but it's going to be kind of managed by the YMCA out at Raider Park. I've seen the drawings, and of course, everything goes forward. But, yeah, it looks impressive, doesn't it?
I mean, you got the ball fields there, you got the soccer fields there, the golf courses there, the YMCA there. I mean, it's going to be a hot area.
It's amazing, when I went to school back here a little bit in the 80s, Weatherford seemed like a big town growing up in Cordell. And then when I came back 30 years ago, I was like, I cannot believe how much it's grown. And then just over the past 30 years, Raider Park just used to be this quiet little place out there. I remember, I tell people, I used to take girls parking out there back when I was out of town, but back when people did that, we're talking 80s, way before your time, Drew. But now it has grown, and with the new YMCA Center, it's going to be incredible. Now, that's one of those examples of something that when we originally talked about the project, it was going to be X amount of dollars. Well, obviously, inflation, everything has happened.
Things always cost more.
It's costing more. But you see that a lot in the construction business, right?
Yep. You try and hold down costs as best you can, but the longer it takes to develop a project, the more it's going to cost. the longer it takes, the more it costs every time.
Yeah, it's one of the things I know when they were talking about, the school bond issue, which didn't pass, but one of the reasons for going big at the time was like, if we don't do all of this now, we wait 10 years, it's going to cost even more. So that really is true when it comes to a lot of construction projects. I mean, think about what houses, were going for square footage when you started, right?
Yeah. I mean, you build a house for $95 a square foot. I mean, we're pushing 200. I mean, there's houses that cost more than that. A few that cost a little less, but it's amazing what things cost now. I mean, it just goes up and up and up.
So you have to be a good steward of the money, and if you're elected to the city commission with your construction background, I would imagine you have good insight to offer, right?
Correct. I mean, it's we do it every day. I mean, we're known for staying on budget, getting it done. I mean, we're a performer. How
long have you been out on your own doing this? So,
I started my LLC in 2005.
Wow, cool.
So,
it's about 20 years. You were telling me you were building homes out there with Clay and those guys in Prairie View, and I told you that's where I built my first home, like 20-something. I think it was 2005. When I built out there, and it's amazing just the growth out there. And then you have Eagle Heights developed after that. I mean, it's been wonderful to see all the growth in Weatherford.
Prairie West has been it's been a big part of my life out there. I mean, I had no idea when we started that deal that I was going to, end up having a house out there. I think I've had 4 or 5 houses out there, but it's pretty magical.
And it used to be a watermelon patch.
I might have got one out of there.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think I did a time or two. We're talking with Drew Terrell. He is a candidate for Ward 1 Weatherford City Commission. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more right after this.
A message from your local heat and air experts. Now's the time to get your unit's seasonal checks. Catch the small problems before they become big, expensive ones. Call Southwest Air and Heat, your local Lennox dealer in Weatherford. Southwest Air and Heat and Lennox are the trusted and experienced names for air conditioning in western Oklahoma. No matter the make or model, Southwest Air and Heat can service it. Call 772-8000. That's 772-8000. Perfect air, unmatched care. That's Southwest Air and Heat, your local Lennox dealer in Weatherford.
Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro, the best in friendly small-town customer service, hosting everything from fresh hand-cut steaks, fresh ground beef made in-house, along with fresh fruits and vegetables, grown and made in Oklahoma nuts, candies, salsas, pickles, and more. And don't forget to check out the Variety side, full of unique made-in-Oklahoma gift items. And now, treat yourself to the brand-new ice cream and coffee parlor, your new go-to spot for a sweet scoop or a fresh brew. Shop Deer Creek Market and Variety in Hydro.
Tired of the same old house hunt? It's time for a momentum shift with Momentum Homes in Weatherford. Built tough with Oklahoma pride, Momentum Homes offers quality, comfort, and down-home style. Perfect for families, first-timers, or anyone ready to upgrade. From foundation to finish, they're building homes that last. Just honest work, great design, and a place you'll be proud to call home. Visit MomentumHomes.com to start your shift today. Momentum Homes. Let's get moving.
Heads up! Candidates for county, city, school board, and tech centers are now required to file campaign finance reports with the Ethics Commission. If you raise or spend over $1,000 on your campaign, or if you're elected, you must register and file at ethicsok.com. Filing online is simple. The steps are clear, and the Ethics Commission is here to help. Visit ethicsok.com to get started. That's ethicsok.com.
Right Media is your Western Oklahoma home for sports.
Solly down under, takes the football, hands it off to Hill, straight up the middle, breaks into the secondary, he's across the 40.
Covering Weatherford, Clinton, Sayre, Thomas, Hydro, Eagley, Watonga, and Southwestern Oklahoma State University.
The throw Shelby, pressure's on, sets up the screen, catches made with the numbers, left side, it's Toscos up to the 40-45 midfield.
You can watch every play, live or on demand at Right Media. Right Media is also your Western Oklahoma home for news and entertainment. With 5 FM and 2 AM stations, you get live, award-winning news, weather, and sports updates from local personalities.
Mainly it's just cloudy and cooler today with that north wind.
101.7 The Morning Zoo with Drew.
Even in the middle of Bedlam, did you hear me? God,
I did. I saw it. I was there.
And let's not forget about the West Oak Weekly with its 5,000 readers per week. Right Media is your Western Oklahoma home because Right Media is Western Oklahoma. See why at right.media.
When you're making decisions as important as choosing home health or hospice for a loved one, it's important to ask the right questions. Are they locally owned? Are they proven through years of successful business practices? If necessary, can you transition from home health to hospice with the same care given? You can find all this and more at your locally owned Shepherd Home Health and Hospice. They've been serving Clinton and the surrounding area since 2006 with dependable, local, and reliable care. Shepherd Home Health and Hospice of Clinton. Call today.
Oh, no, thank you. I don't need to advertise. I have social media. I mean, no one listens to the radio anymore anyway.
Radio is the leading reach platform. 92% of us listen to the radio, which is higher than TV viewership, computer use, and smartphone use. As a business person trying to reach the right customer and lock down customers down the road, you can enjoy the advantages that advertising on the radio can offer. Radio allows advertisers an inexpensive way to get their voice heard over and over again. I'm Crystal Blackwell, your local marketing rep at Right Radio. To learn more about how radio can help your business, find us at right.media or on Facebook.
All right, 7:20, back to the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show, brought to you by Priority Home Medical Equipment. Our guest in studio is Drew Terrell. He is a candidate for Ward 1 City Commission in Weatherford. The election is coming up on August 25th. Now, you're coming in at a really interesting time because we're in the planning stages of a possible TIF district in Weatherford, kind of over by Tractor Supply, south side of I-40. They just had a meeting, yesterday or the day before? Yeah. So,
Tuesday at noon.
Okay. Did you attend that by any chance?
I did.
Tell us your thoughts. I know it was mainly just to pick members of the board, right?
Yes, yeah. They nominated, I think it was 7 people, and they selected 3 out of that. And I think the TIF lawyer got up there and talked a little bit about what it might look like, but there's a lot of things to be ironed out in it, whether it's a sales tax or it's a property tax or it's a mix of both. And, there's still a lot of things to be discussed and figured out what it's going to be, but I think it's a good thing. You got a piece of land that's sitting there that is generating $0, and if you can entice somebody to come in with incentives, that's a good thing. I mean, it's if you want to have things in town, that's what it's going to take.
And really, when you think about the big box retailers or just, even restaurants and stuff, most of those people want some kind of incentive to come to your town now,
yeah,
right?
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, because you've got other cities offering.
Yeah,
things.
it's everybody's trying to get this company or that box store or this restaurant to come to their community, and they're going to go where they get the best incentive or they have the best market. And we have a great market here, and we need to give the incentive to get them here.
Yeah, as we've talked about, Weatherford has had a tremendous amount of growth. People are still moving here.
It's always up.
It is always up, but we can do better. And with plans like, with Amazon, the YMCA, things like that, if you've got an opportunity to get more people into town to grow the tax base, it's only going to help out. When you look at a TIF district, and you kind of touched on it, most of the times that I've heard it discussed, it's basically a rebate of sales tax in that area. So if there are businesses around that are already generating sales tax, that amount still goes to the city. But it's anything new generated by the businesses inside that TIF.
Correct.
That can go back to them. They can use it for improvements. They can use it for a discount on, their construction costs, things like that, right?
Correct.
But you mentioned that it doesn't necessarily have to be just sales tax. It could be property tax.
Correct.
Okay.
On that area,
Yeah.
It's that was one of the things they were discussing at the meeting, figuring out how it's going to be divided up, whether it's some of this, some of that, little here, little there.
Now, as you are, just kind of embarking on your campaign, is that something that people are reaching out to you about, comments, questions
I've had
about
a few
the
calls
TIF?
about it, since I'm running for city commissioner. They're calling and asking about it and going to the meetings, trying to be a little more informed. So when you get that phone call, you have an answer.
Well, and some of the pushback that we hear a lot of times when it comes to TIF districts or sales tax rebates, other cities have done that to get businesses. Some existing businesses say, well, hey, I did my business without that. Why are you incentivizing somebody else when I didn't get that same? Do you have a comeback from people say things like that?
Nobody helped me start my business. I started from the ground up. Nobody handed it to me, and I had to build it, and I'm okay with the TIF district. It's just the way it is. If you want to have restaurants, box stores, more growth, get people to pull off I-40 and stop in this town and have the possibility for them to shop in local stores or anything, get a motel room, go to a ball game. That's what we need.
Well, and people talk a lot about how close Weatherford is to Oklahoma City, but we know, even though we have amazing businesses here, there are some things that we don't have. Men's clothing stores.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Can't get a set of slacks. You got a funeral to go to and need an outfit, and it's not here.
Right. And then there's some chain restaurants. I mean, we love local restaurants, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of people that look for chain restaurants, and especially travelers along I-40. They want familiarity. And what we see right now is a lot of people in western Oklahoma, maybe they don't go all the way to the city, but they go to Yukon, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And you can look at what they've got going on there, and that is a TIF district.
Okay, so where all that Lowe's and Kohl's, that's a TIF district.
Yep.
So that gives people a good example of potentially what Weatherford could get if you do this.
Correct. Yep.
And then I think talking to Mayor Brown, the way this whole thing is going to work, once again, it's just in the exploratory stages right now. You've got a committee putting together. They're going to
There's
talk
lots
it over.
Of pieces of the puzzle.
Yeah. But then you'll get a plan together, and then at the end of the day, is it the city commission, I guess, that decides it?
I believe
much?
so.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think, I'm going to quote it wrong, but it was, we were discussing like 21st, 22nd. I can't remember what date they set for the next meeting.
Okay.
But it's down there at City Hall. If anybody wants to know about it, they can find out when the next TIF meeting is. And it's open to the public.
And that's the important thing. All of these meetings are open to the public.
Correct.
It's sometimes I feel like we live in a society of social media where people just want to complain and gripe about things on Facebook, but that really doesn't do anything. If you're concerned about things like this,
go to the
you
meeting.
Need to step up and either run for office like you are or go to the meetings, right?
Yeah. Get involved.
Yeah.
Find a way to serve.
Yeah. Because it's important to be a voice out there, and I guess that's kind of what it's all about for you. You're like, I've made Weatherford my home.
I made it my home. If I want to see it go forward, get better. It's a great place. I mean, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy what it's become because it's not the same town it was when I moved here.
Yeah.
But it's a good place.
Well, what do you see as kind of the biggest positives for Weatherford?
Southwestern, it's a big draw. Route 66. I mean, there's a lot of travelers coming through right now. I mean, you got the 250, Independence. You've got the 100th of the Route 66. Stafford, I think they said yesterday they've seen like a 60% increase this year.
Yeah.
Travelers World Cup. They're wanting to see America. They're wanting to see what American food is. They're coming through. I mean, travelers, museums, the ball fields, they have a lot of tournaments out there. I mean, you'll see. I live right behind there, so it's it seems like every weekend those fields are full, the parking lots are full.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get in a motel room. Somebody's going downtown and eating. I mean, that's what it's about.
It is. It's all about bringing people into town, and once again, Weatherford wants to grow. Now, is it going to be the size of Norman eventually or something like that? Probably not.
No.
And probably nobody wants it to be quite that big, but there's definitely room for improvement, right?
Yeah, steady growth is good.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you just look back, it's just gone up, and just let's keep it going that way. We don't need to step backwards.
Any concerns you have with the direction of things? Anything that you'd like to improve on, maybe? Or?
Infrastructure. We got some storm drains and things like that around town that have given problems, and I think we could work towards that. I mean, I don't think anybody's doing a bad job by no means. It's just, there's things that are going to need to be attended to, and I think they need to be a priority.
Well, and once again, kind of one of your big selling points is being in the construction industry, knowing what it takes to get stuff done, what it costs.
Yep. I've done civil construction across the state, ventured into a couple other states a little here and there. I mean, I've done it.
Yeah.
I know what it takes to put in a subdivision, commercial park, commercial buildings, gas stations. I mean, we've done it.
That's awesome. Well, Drew Terrell is our guest. He is running for Weatherford City Commission, Ward 1. The election is coming up on August 25th. So just if people want to get more information, what's the best way to find out more about you? Just to come find you personally and chat one-on-one? Is that the best thing?
Find me. I'm chatty. I was told once I have the gift of gab. I don't know about that, but get me on the phone and catch me on the street and let's talk.
Well, that's awesome. Well, Drew, we appreciate you coming in this morning. It's been nice to meet you. It's funny. I feel like our paths have crossed without really knowing it, but it's totally cool, and I wish you very good luck in the election coming up August 25th.
Yep. Thank you, man.
All right. Drew Terrell, candidate for Weatherford City Commission, Ward 1. We've got news coming up next.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. 3 more are arrested in connection to the Lake Arcadia mass shooting that injured 22 and killed 1. Wednesday's arrest bring the number of suspects arrested to 9. Edmond police say the shooting on May 3rd was gang-related. Police believe there are still others involved and are asking anyone with information to contact Edmond police. A public drawing at the state election board Wednesday determined how the political parties would be listed on November's general election ballot. The Republican Party takes the top spot, followed by the Democratic Party and then the Libertarian Party. Independent candidates are listed after candidates of recognized political parties. More on these stories at RadioOklahomaNews.com. From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
Through the Wheat Checkoff, the Oklahoma Wheat Commission supports the efforts of wheat breeder Dr. Brett Carver and his wheat breeding team at OSU as they develop new varieties for Oklahoma and the southern Great Plains. The newest release just announced, Wyatt.
The genetics will sound familiar. Half of it is Smith's Gold, because the other half is very different. And so this is coming from Romania. The Eastern European wheat sector, that is so important to us. That genetics just fits the Great Plains, particularly the southern and central Great Plains, extremely well. I remember seeing the first set of progenies that came from that cross, and I thought, my gosh, this is just heads and shoulders visually above everything else.
Dr. Carver says Wyatt has tremendous yield potential.
You know, we need to continue to increase that yield potential so farmers still have that competitive edge.
The Oklahoma Wheat Commission, working hard for Oklahoma wheat producers.
You can rely on the Radio Oklahoma News Network.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Glenn Beck. World wars are not started by one party just being crazy. It's usually started by one bad miscalculation. That's how situations like this get away from people. And that's why I urge podcasters and everybody else, slow down. Just try to help people understand what is happening right now. If things like this get misunderstood, the next move is usually made with far too much confidence.
Live Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. on News Talk KCLI.
All right, 7:32, the Western Oklahoma Wake Up Show. Once again, most of the showers have now drifted on to the east of us. Some rain in Calumet, but a little more rain coming into the Hinton area. It's raining at Red Rock Canyon. Speaking of Red Rock Canyon, we're going to have Jesse, who is the big owner, the leasee of Red Rock Canyon that has done so many improvements. He's going to be on the show coming up on Monday. Looking forward to chatting with him. A little bit of rain in Hydro, a little bit of rain moving through Colony right now. Let's see if it's raining on John Matthews.
Yeah, it's raining somewhere. We wish we could get some rain. At what point did your wife text you and say, our power's out? Do you immediately log in to make sure you paid the bill? Does that ever go away, or is that just a me thing?
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, you're pretty irresponsible,
Right,
John.
right.
So, I could see her thinking that, John, did you not?
Well, no, it wasn't
pay the
her. It
bill?
was me. It was like I was the one. But
Right.
no,
but she would be checking on you to make sure.
Yeah, she said, why is the power out? But no, currently, with 300, let's see, I'm going to do some math. 300 plus 400, now about 1,000 people without power.
Is it PSO territory?
PSO territory.
Huh.
Over there, it's on the west side, including the Weatherford Hospital. Again, they've got generators and things. But no, on the east side. Sorry, east side of town. So starting down there by the Weatherford Hospital and then going all the way, and then Liberty Church there, and then going all the way north of I-40 up to the Raider Park area.
Yeah, in fact, all of Custer County, 1,251 people out.
Man.
Right now.
See?
It's all PSO Custer. What did you do, John?
Listen, I paid the bill. I only have one responsibility. I spend probably 20% of my paycheck. My entire Right Media paycheck goes to my electric bill.
Oh, I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
literally, PSO, I have no, it's a gift, it's a love-hate relationship there. Because when you don't have it, whoa, you sure wish you had it.
Yeah.
But boy, when that bill's coming out, you're like, oh, and then you get the memo. All right, we're going to be raising your bill.
You probably put your AC down to 68
That's
in
a
the
fight at
summer.
the house. No, I'm a 74 guy.
Okay.
And I'm a 74 guy. But yes, at night, my wife and I have compromised, and it goes down to 70 when we go to bed. And the first thing I do, Todd, I get up before even getting my underwear on. I go out there to that thermostat, right up to 74 at 4:45, 5:15 in the morning. I'm all right, we're up. And I don't know, that doesn't help much. It's between the AC and the pool and everything else.
Yeah,
First world problems.
pools love to suck energy,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But they're certainly nice to have.
It's an above-ground pool. And,
But I thought you destroyed it the other day.
I did, and we replaced it.
You already got it fixed?
Yeah.
All right.
Literally, at Laguna Pools, Nick Schreck and them, they came out literally dead on Sunday, looked at it on Monday, new pool installed on Wednesday, filling up with water. It was ready to swim by Friday.
See, folks, if you're like John and you have 7 different jobs, you can get a pool repaired pretty quickly.
That's true.
You have the money for it.
One of them, though, happens to have to pay for the whole electric bill.